Greetings, unsettled souls. Welcome to the Correct Views bonus show. And you only get this unless you're a subscriber. I have not been giving these results to non-subscribers. It's been a bonus show. However, I'm feeling particularly happy today, and this is going to be going on the Media Speaks on the condition that you hit subscribe. Guys, we not only have all of the election results here, we got commentary on it, and a lot of you might know this already if you're a regular subscriber. We almost never have guests on the show. Well, Passing Time, the band that I'm in, is a very political band. That's not to say that everybody in the band shares the same political belief that I do. But except for DJ Aram and Gnosis, most of the band follows it rather closely. That's not to say they have no interest. But we are joined by Serenity of Passing Time, donator to the Ron Paul campaign 4 years ago. Liked him so much that when I voted for Gary Johnson, what did you and Christelle do?
I believe we both penned in Ron Paul, if I'm not mistaken.
They penned him in. Now that wasn't even going to count unless he became so close to winning that they actually could have to count it. But she did it anyway. So she voted today. We're going to go over what we experienced. Did you have any trouble voting in Ohio? I kind of got in and got out. I was told that I was not allowed to display my Donald Trump pin.
Well, I didn't have any trouble. I looked at my ballot both on screen and lifted the little lid thing.
Yes, yeah, you can read the tape, so you can make sure that the machine didn't hose you. That's the free advice here from the Correct Views. I understand why you're not allowed to wear a political button because in World War II, a little bit of a history lesson for you. The followers of Hitler were like an army, and they would intimidate voters into voting a certain way. So you're not allowed to stand there with a Trump pin on. And I did. And I didn't get mad at the guy. I understood it. But it was funny. This election is being taken that seriously is my point. So here's the results. I'm going to go to screen share for those of you on low def. Once again, the voice you're going to be hearing for those of you just joining me is Serenity of Passing Time. All right. Key presidential primaries, political.com, for those of you that I can't put on screen share. Florida, Clinton, oh God, this is terrible. 64.5% of the vote. She picked up 142 delegates. Bernie Sanders, 33.3%, 62 delegates. She got over 1 million boneheads to vote for her. What her husband did to the retirement accounts of people due to bad economic decisions will be legendary. Picks up Florida. I know what you're waiting for. I know what she's waiting for. We got the good news, Florida. Donald Trump, 45.8% of the vote. Over half of Republicans, 53% according to some polls, are willing to vote for Donald J. Trump. Now, that's the first time he's hit over half. He got all 99 delegates. Ted Cruz got 17.1%. Marco Rubio did manage to come in second, but 27% of the vote got no delegates. Illinois. You tell them. I got the heart. I can't say it.
I don't think I can.
Let's do it together. 3, 2, 1. Hillary Clinton, 50.5% of the vote.
86 delegates.
Oh my God. Now this is kind of good news for those of you that are praying for Sanders. I think Sanders is going to bankrupt us, but I don't think he's an evil person like I do Hillary. She got 50.5. Sanders did get 48.7. He got 64 delegates. It's pretty much over for him. Would that be your guess? I don't think we'll be talking about it. There is hope for him in the convention because one of the only ways I can foresee Trump being able to beat or the only way I could see Hillary, being able to beat Trump would be if she picks Bernie as a running mate. That will unify the party greatly. And Trump and Cruz, well, what's Trump called Ted Cruz?
Lying Ted Cruz.
Lying Ted Cruz. So do you think after spending months calling him lying Ted Cruz that Sanders, he'll join like Sanders, Mike Clinton? No, probably not. I am going to go ahead and go off screen share. Nobody wants to watch the screen share. I'm not Politico. Listen to this, Illinois. Now, in Chicago, did they let Donald Trump speak? No, they didn't. The Black Lives Matter crazies, and by that I mean Black Lives Matter as in the group, not black people. Black Lives Matter, who I think are crazy, came in, shut down his right to free speech, and they were sure that when other people got to speak, that Donald Trump wasn't going to win because in Illinois, right before the primary, he did not get to speak. So what do you think happened? You think they came out for him? Donald Trump, 38.8%, picked up 24 delegates. Lying Ted Cruz, 30.3%. Serenity, how many delegates did he get?
I think that says nothing.
That'd be nothing, along with Kasich, who picked up 19.7. Little Marco Rubio, of course, is out of the race. Gone after that. Missouri, misery. Again, Sanders, I swear, it must be a winner-take-all state. You Sanders supporters, you are cursed. You are absolutely cursed. And you know exactly how us Ron Paul people felt last time. And the reason I'm laughing at most Bernie Sanders supporters is because they didn't stand up for Ron Paul when the system absolutely hosed him and cheated him. Did you hear anything at all? Anything, Serenity?
No.
Well, Hillary, 49.6%. Sanders, 49.4%. 0.2% difference. What's that difference mean? 14 delegates for Clinton. Sanders, the golden goose egg. Republican Donald Trump, 40.8%. Ted Cruz, 40.6%. Although according to this, it says that 99.9% are in. So the exact delegate count isn't coming because that's extremely close. You have Clinton and Sanders as of 4:22 in the morning, 3/16/2016, 0.2% away from each other. How many people do you think got up and said my vote doesn't matter that day? Because 310,000 people voted for Clinton. So those people that thought Clinton had it in the bag are in trouble because of Sanders. Why? Because they thought their vote didn't count. You people in Missouri are on fire this year. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But the last I heard that said that Trump had won Missouri, and I do believe he said it in his speech as well. I didn't listen to Hillary's, but I believe that to be true. North Carolina, oh my. Go for it, Serenity.
I'll let you take the wheel.
No, I'd really rather you did it. Oh, it's your guess.
This is your show.
Oh,
You're
God.
right, I'm a guess.
North Carolina, Hillary Clinton, 54.6%. 67 more delegates. Bernie Sanders, 40.8%, 43 delegates. Republican Donald J. Trump, 40.2%, 29 delegates. Lying Ted Cruz, 36.8%, 26 delegates. Kasich, who is now praying that he gets a VP spot. Although I've said all along, even more than that, what I think he really wants is to guarantee that he's going to be elected governor again. And let's face it, we were horrible under Taft. Now, you were from Little Marco Rubio's Florida, weren't you?
Yes.
Do you think he's going to get elected there? Kasich has a good chance, especially after this showing, if he runs again.
I would probably vote for him if he did run.
He got 9 delegates, 12.7, Rubio 5, 7.7. Now, in Ohio, oh, wow, our state, and this is where I think, and this is where Serenity texted me, and was telling Christelle and I that she wanted to be on the show. What is it you wanted to say to people in Ohio? Because I know this is the main reason you wanted to be on the show. She made the comment, I wish I had my own show. I'm so furious. So, wait, that's the wrong one. Here you go.
What are you guys doing?
This was a shellacking, unfortunately. This was Kasich, 46.8%. He got all 66 delegates. Donald Trump, 35.7, no delegates. Oh, it was close on Drudge originally, and as my shift at my other job progressed, I just watched it sink. Donald Trump, 35.7. Lion Ted Cruz, 13.1. Rubio, 2.9. Hillary Clinton, it's interesting. Huckabee got 0.2%. He's not even rolling. Ferriona and Santora both got 0.1. Hillary Clinton in Ohio, no surprise here. A glutton for punishment. Ohio is not happy. We've now voted for both the Republicans and the Democrats in favor of NAFTA. When we go to Cleveland for shows, and we're passing times, taking a break right now to record, but we're always in Cleveland. How many of these steel plants, even in the short time that you've been here, look like they are shuttered tighter than a drum?
Quite a few of them, actually.
Well, we've now, Serenity, elected both Kasich, who is a NAFTA supporter, sends our jobs away, and Clinton, NAFTA supporter, sends our jobs away. Now, I'm not sure if as this progresses, Trump may pick up some Ohio delegates here, because I'm seeing that Clinton is 56.5%. She gets 88 delegates. Sanders loses again substantially, 42.7%. So Sanders and Trump got destroyed in Ohio. I don't know what Ohio is thinking. And friends, that is your update as it stands now. That's where we are. Some of this might change as it progresses, but most people getting your morning coffee, you'll be straight. I want to end with a couple interesting notes. Do you have a minute or do you have to go?
Might as well.
Reason.com. The articles here are sometimes missing Reason. I am going to go to screen share for those of you on low def. I can figure out how my computer works. I'll get a manual someday. New poll, left-wing protesters drive people into the arms of Donald Trump. Now, this doesn't surprise me a bit, because what you're seeing here is frustration with not being allowed to speak. Now, again, we covered yesterday, Bernie Sanders said that Donald Trump needs to get his people in control, Serenity. However, he also said that he doesn't endorse people disrupting Donald Trump's rally, but that he can't control what his people does. Now, if Donald Trump is supposed to control his people, according to Bernie Sanders, how did he give himself a free pass? Can you write your own Wonka ticket in his chocolate factory? Is that what this is?
Oh, can you really?
I think so. Oh, you should have done that. Should have voted for Bernie. She loves chocolate. Free chocolate. I should have told her. I'm glad she didn't know on election day. It's the only thing he's not giving away. Donald Trump supporters aren't fazed by his decision to cancel an appearance at the Chicago rally over the weekend. In fact, they more than likely are going to vote him into the Republican nominee because of it. He had a landslide over it. And I'll tell you why. We are seeing, everybody's saying that Donald Trump is this great fascist, and he's going to take us back to World War II, Nazi Germany. Well, it was Hitler's supporters that didn't let the other side speak. And I've been playing it on my show all week. I don't know if you've heard it. Donald Trump gives an entire recording, and Christelle is nodding, an entire recording asking you not to hurt the protesters. And he asks you not to protest. It's a pre-recorded message at his show. And we're going to close with a Bernie fail. Bernie Sanders assumes Hindu town hall questioner is a Muslim. Now, that's an easy mistake. I have confused Sikhs with Muslims before. But Bernie Sanders claims to be the pinnacle of political correctness. And listen to this, bonehead. Bernie Sanders had a briefly awkward moment when he assumed an HSNBC town hall questioner Monday was Muslim, when in fact the young man was a Hindu. The man had said the violence against, and he's talking about Trump's divisive rhetoric in the wake of numerous violent incidents. Now, If we're on stage and I say, I want to see this place go crazy, and some bonehead punches somebody in the mosh pit, is that what I meant?
No.
This is ridiculous to blame him for this. What is divisive about wanting jobs in your own country? What is divisive about being allowed to own a gun to protect yourself?
No clue.
Would you like to be without the opportunity to be armed when you step outside of the club backstage and smoke a cigarette?
No.
That would not be a wise idea.
I would at least want my security guard to have that option.
Yeah, exactly. And the member of Eagles of Death Metal is actually supporting Donald Trump because he said if more people would have been armed in that arena, less people would have died of what I've been calling the Paris attack. Listen to this. The violence against religious and ethnic minorities around the country, especially at Trump rallies, which isn't true, is very, except for a few idiots that are at any crowd, a very disturbing and, to be honest, very scary, especially for someone who looks like me, he said. And he said it is clear that these people who support Trump are not going to change their heart anytime soon, even if he doesn't get the nomination. What's interesting is that there was a gentleman in a turban at the Trump rally that I went to, and nobody hounded him. Nobody bothered him. He just sat there. Nobody cared. The question the man asked is, to Bernie, if president, what is going to be your approach to uniting the country? And in particular, how do you address these people who relished in Trump's divisive rhetoric? For one thing, Trump isn't divisive. Trump is saying, let's make sure that when we pass a health care bill, it doesn't cost more. Did your insurance benefit from Obamacare? Because mine died.
No, it absolutely sucks now. It's ridiculous. If you was about to go to the hospital, your doctor bill would be the $5,000 because you haven't reached your deductible yet.
And what was it before Obamacare?
Before Obamacare, you would probably pay maybe $1,000.
So that's roughly what I was looking at. They've utterly destroyed this. Listen, well, first of all, Bernie Sanders doesn't answer the question, which is interesting. How is he going to get, like everyone says, you can't elect Trump, he won't be able to get everybody unified. So how's Bernie going to do it? He doesn't really answer it. He's got a magic wand, I guess, that Trump doesn't. Sanders thanked him for the important question and said it was a shame that he had to ask it. People should not be frightened because they are Muslims, because they are dark complexioned, because they are Mexicans, or what Trump has done is really, really awful. So what do we do? Pause. I don't know a Trump supporter that is against Muslims or anybody dark complexioned or Mexicans. I do think that Trump is probably going to, I've been saying Ben Carson or Herman Cain.
Nobody knows.
I would like to see Justin Amish get it, but his name has never come up. Who would you like, or Judge Napolitano or Walter E. Williams? Who would you like to see?
I honestly don't have an opinion at this moment.
Ron Paul, probably.
That would be awesome. The thought has crossed my mind.
They hate each other, but that would be interesting. So here's what Sanders said, going on. For a start, we understand that unlike Trump, what America's strength has been is an extraordinary strength, is bringing our people together. Then things got awkward. I'm Jewish, you're Muslim, Sanders said, pointing to the questioner who shook his head. You're Hindu, the man said. And to his credit, Sanders recovered. But he said, but what's America is, and we've got Muslims here, and we've got Latinos here. What an extraordinary opportunity. We've got African Americans all coming together from different cultures, helping create this country and learning from each other. Now, unfortunately, Serenity, the black community is not coming together. The black community is killing themselves in numbers higher than any other race in the entire country. And I'm not happy about this. I think it's terrible. I don't want it to go on. But are you seeing that African Americans are necessarily coming together? I don't see what he's going to do to bring us all together. And again, I'm not saying Trump has come forth with his plan either, but this is interesting that Bernie would say that because he attacks Trump but doesn't say how he'd do it either. And maybe that's the most important part here is that there's nobody on the same page. Nobody talks to anybody anymore. And friends, that's it. That's your update. I'll be on for a full show tomorrow. Did you like it?
Loved it.
Great. Maybe we'll bring her back again closer to the election cycle. Again, Serenity of Passing Time joining us. And do me a favor, you can donate to the show, which is brought to you by stickerjunkie.com at thecorrectviews@hotmail.com. Every penny you give to me goes towards a better show. And that's it, friends. Thanks a lot. When you check out at Sticker Junkie, put in correct views or the correct views because you got a discount waiting for you.